Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF here at 4:45 a.m. on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today, we're talking about wealth consciousness and productivity. What is the connection, the relationship between having what we will break down in a matter of moments of having a wealth consciousness and how that again impacts your level of productivity. So thanks for being here. If you are new, please become a subscriber. Get all these videos for free. I did say free. 1, 2, 3, 4, free. And also you can go to productivethroughjoy.com to see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. We offer other great services as well. We have a great memoir writing service. We use a very powerful, through all of these workshops and services, we have a very powerful a narrative-based approach. We know that everyone's life has, in the past, told a story. Everyone's life is currently telling a story, and everyone's life will ultimately tell a story. So we help individuals think about the story their lives have told in the past, the story their life is currently telling, and really, most importantly, the story they would like their life to tell going forward. So we have a really, I think, innovative and powerful approach that I think, in fact, I know can change your life. I know it's changed my own. So I'm a witness. I'm not just the president. I'm the productivity president. I'm a client. That was a poor rephrasing of Biggie's line. So yeah, thanks for being here. Again, for those of you who are new, allow me to also say a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. The actor Will Smith brought the bought the film rights to that book and hired me to write the screenplay. I'm the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, which came out on Iconic Third World Press this past October. The book examines the relationship between race, violence, and family in the American family. I'm also the author of the spanking brand new April 10th, 2019 book Animating Black and Brown Liberation, a Theory of American Literatures, which just came out again April 10th. That book examines the relationship between activism and literature. Very, very powerful book. I'm on the book tour for those last two books. I'll be all over the place. I'll be in Vermont at the Brattleboro Book Festival. I'll be in Kentucky at the Kentucky Literary Festival. I'll be here in LA at the Leimert Park Book Festival. I'll be in Chicago at Northern Illinois University. I'm going to be all over the place, so look for me. I'm coming. Um, I am also the board president of the World Stage, a great 501c3 literary uh, and jazz nonprofit here in LA's Crenshaw District. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature is from the University of California at Riverside. Listen, I'm an expert at being productive. I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised to learn of my background when they hear this level of productivity. I am the product of a young girl who was violated in a terrible way at age 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to an amazing single divorcee, yet at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD, yet as Cool Modi famously said, how you like me now? And if I can be this productive through joy, we argue that many people can be similarly productive in their own way, in their own lane, of course. And that is what really inspires this show, inspires me personally. We love to help people help themselves. So thanks for being here. Let's dive in. So we're talking today, guys, about a really important topic, wealth consciousness, which is our nomenclature to talk about having an attitude, having a perspective, having a level of consciousness, a mental uh, approach to your life that's rooted in wealth. And when we say wealth, we talk about it in the context, we call it whole wealth. Whole wealth means having a wealth of health, being healthy. If you're unhealthy, I don't care how much money you have, good luck, right? Having a wealth of good relationships, really being, if you have children, being close to your kids. A lot of people, as we know, who have children, those are difficult relationships for various reasons, right? If you have a partner or like the partner, having a wealth of romantic or intimate relationships, really important. It also, though, means wealth in terms of money, resources, uh, assets. So you want to have an attitude of a wealth consciousness which cuts across all of those things. But we want to focus on today on the money piece because that's a topic that people don't always feel comfortable with. And speaking frankly, in the activist community, I know for me, being around, coming up uh, since a pretty early age around a lot of activists, at times we feel squeamish, frankly, about talking about money, talking about wealth, talking about making money, creating assets. And I just want to disabuse ourselves of the notion uh, that you cannot be wealthy and still be committed to social justice, right? In fact, I've been involved in many, many campaigns throughout my life, and too often the folks of goodwill, the folks of progressive social justice consciousness, are almost always outspent, out-resourced by folks who are the opposite of progressiveness. And too often those people who are more resourced hold the day. At least in America, I'm not sure how it is in other countries, but out here, up in here, that money be talking, and those folk who would seek to harm the country, seek to harm people of color, seek to harm women, to benefit themselves, are oftentimes more resourced, and they can do it. They have success. Oftentimes, look at the White House. They have success. Look at Mitch McConnell. Look at the Supreme Court. They have success because they double deal, dirty deal, lie, cheat, and steal. I'm rhyming, but not even on purpose. They'll make you rhyme. Uh, and so, frankly, we have to be able to do a better job. Those of us who really care about the country for real, not just people who look like us. You know, a lot of people who are on the far right, they claim to love America, which is obviously they don't love America because they don't love Americans. They love white Americans. They love conservative, what they call conservative Americans. They love Donald Trump more than they love the actual country. I'm an American. People like me who women are American. Black folk, Latinos are American. Immigrants are American who come to this country. I mean, and those folks on the far right do not love America. Don't believe the hype. They love themselves and other white folk, largely. Of course, there are non-white folks in that group, but just largely, just based upon the demographics, that's who they love, folks who look like them. So I'm just saying, that's their prerogative. But for those of us who really actually love America for real, because America is the people, we have to do a better job of defending America, the real America, by being better resourced. So that's point one. Point two is, well, how do you do that and still not get caught up in what money can do? Because at times, listen, when you have access to lots of resources, it's easy to make choices that violate your ethical standards. I'm smiling because I'm thinking about, I used to really critique people, these guys who sell out, how do you sell out your principles? But until someone has placed a whole bunch of money in front of you, and you have a family and responsibilities, I mean, which I have faced that, and listen, you get offered a whole bunch of money to do some project that doesn't really align with your sensibilities, but you have a family and people to take care of. It's not easy saying no to that money. So I'm a lot more understanding of folks who sell out because people's situations and circumstances are different. But and that's a thing that you have to constantly work with, which is why point two is you want to prepare yourself to be wealthy in your spiritual life, to have, as we talk often on this show, about really doing the work of building the internal infrastructure around spirituality, positive, energetic, doing powerful energetic work. You want to work on yourself because it is true that a person is tested surely by the struggles and by their failures. That's very true. But what people don't oftentimes know is that you're also really tested by your success and what it brings, which goes right into point three. Having a wealth consciousness is going to require you to have a wealth consciousness across various spectrums: relationship, money, resources, intimate relationships, and most importantly, guys, the relationship with yourself. So critical. As the ancient Egyptians talked about, the folks in Kemet said, know thyself. Boom. Goes the dynamite. That's all for today's show. We air each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Thanks for being here. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.